We created language because it was the way to share that made the most sense to us that very first day. We pulled from constellations and bird songs from right before dusk and just after. We tore at every fiber inside, searching for noise, tugging and tugging at our throats, hoping to gouge the feelings out. I know why we did this. We looked around at each other, haunted by this need, and we dug a hole. We clawed at our Mother Earth till our fingertips black, our insides empty, and then we sat from above, looking down at it. We sat for so long, we forgot we had dug it into her soil ourselves. Our necks broken from all of the years looking down at it, kneeling around it, all of us soaked in weather, lit on fire, our hair long, our bodies tired, but how could we look at anything else? This hole was so big. And mothers, every child here, so many bodies, every eye on this hole, and still nobody close enough to hold the hands of one another. Not even just barely, not even at all. And unburdened by this, all of us, as we hadn't looked up to notice, not once, not any of us, this hole was so big. I guess I know why we did this. If we couldn't speak to one another, how would we ever carry forward? How would we pitch all the plans we had for other holes and new tomorrows for our Mother Earth? How would we exchange blueprints, our ideas for lots of separation and big dark clouds, decide which color of us better, which of her children make us proud? For declarations of war between lands that could have been lovers, we are running outside but never to play. We are melting and molding silver bullets and then blaming deaths on fate. But hey, Mother's making supper, and she loves all of us the same, and still for every word for love, we've come up with two others just for hate. But listen, we could come up with new words for love, other words for love. Or we could just fall into it. Up here, just shapes and colors, constellations and bird songs. We tried to notate the bird songs on parchment, trying to hold on to their arbitrary pitches and beautifully unpredictable rhythms and melodies only ever before reflected right before dusk and just after. Never to be replicated, never to be calculated. We dug this hole frustrated and misunderstood. We looked down at it before it was dug. We looked down at it before we looked up at one another, and we forgot to get close enough to hold hands. Mother, she wanted for us better, to speak with our bodies, with our lungs, and with deep stares to kiss and hold each other tightly, in silence, but in love. Never caged within mere language, chained inside of its barriers, for we could speak and speak for centuries, yelling across this hole that we dug, or we could get close enough to hold the hands of one another. Let our fingertips intertwine like every star in every sky, listening only for our heartbeats and never asking why. But to translate everything inside, I would have to speak only in poetry and let everything else die.